So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you're listening to this. This is Matthew Bailey, and for the past couple of weeks was a really challenging one for your boy. My mom, passed away, age 69. Some complications that she had. Wouldn't get into what the actual conditions were, but they're not COVID-19 related at all. And this was like a huge blow for me, because like I've never actually like seen a death in the family hit me, like seen it actually play out, right? And worst off, I mean, is my mom, right? I mean, someone who I literally grew up with from since I was young, right? So I took I took a much deserved break, what I mean, just to, go through what, what doctors call the five stages of grief, even though I felt like I probably skipped like two or three basically, right? Um, and it wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy at all, right? But I did kind of find myself really like pondering on where I was right now in terms of my life, in terms of what it is I want to do, in terms of my passions and all that kind of stuff. And I won't lie to you guys, even before my mom's death, what I mean, there was a lot of like, just doubt in terms of whether what I was doing was the right thing, what I mean? Especially in a country where a film industry, I always see is don't even exist, right? Doesn't even make sense to, be passionate about film, when you're not even seeing your own faces on a big screen, right? And yeah, what I mean, I give it a lot of a thought and whatnot, and I decided, I mean, this is my passion, right? And this is something that, my mom, really like pushed me to do. It's not like she kind of came like to my face and tell me, hey, go and pursue film. She kind of just saw it in me. She always knew from a very young age that, I was very much into, movies and TV. And, she just kind of just let me do my thing. I mean, she just gave me the bandwidth, what I mean? And not just her, but my father, of course, who's still alive, thank God. Um, to just figure things out on my own, what I mean? Just learn from my mistakes and just follow my passions, right? So, um, I don't want to be that guy to just give up and just throw in the towel because of what happened, right? I do see the value in, film criticism. And I know this is something that a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago kind of shun basically. It's like, why are you talking about my stuff? So, nah, I don't like that. But I feel that this is how our products, our content, our creativity gets better, right? Through constructive criticism, right? And also just always seeking out new films, always seeking out new ideas and just learning a lot. You know what I mean? Not just limiting yourself to what you learn in in a film course on YouTube or in UE or whatever, right? But just continually learning and refreshing and just opening your mind to more film, more content, and just really following your passion to the very end. And that's what I intend to do. And like I was just fortunate enough to meet folks like Ricardo Medina, CC Lilford, Tracy Hutchins, Alice Oscura, Somali Polanyi, I mean, Julian Nees, Wayne Rock, I mean, just people who are just as passionate about film like I am, right? And not gonna say that I'm not seeing that I'm better, right? Like I'm over it now and I'm just gonna be back to normal because it's not gonna be like that. It's always gonna be a struggle for me. But it's not like I'm gonna be some kind of invalid and I'm just gonna like just stop functioning because of this event, right? It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about just my mortality and this mortality as a whole, right? And in a nutshell, it's just basically about what you do in your life and what you leave behind. Because yeah, I want to leave behind something. I mean, even if I don't become a filmmaker, even if I don't become some big time celebrity, I would like to think that what I'm doing here with this podcast is something that will you know stand the test of time, right? With all that being said, now, I decided to, just to start fresh, right? Not really throw away everything that Ricardo and I have done over the past 6 years, but just, give it a fresh coat of paint, basically, right? So, this episode marks the premiere of BBB Radio. Quick reason being why I added the radio, or two reasons. One, because my mom, was religiously into radio. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to radio, and that's how I learned a lot about music. Um, so, I just had that there to honor her. and also too because I want to incorporate a bit more, music reviews into the show here. So, from since last year, ever since the pandemic, I mean, I've been rather successful, like surprisingly successful with Fiverr, right? So I've been doing music reviews there. I put it up on my blog posts. Basically, I put it up on, well, ever so often I put it up on Instagram. So, I want to incorporate more reviews of, like, those indie artists who reach out to me, and just give them, a moment to shine, basically, right? Because yeah, I don't want to be that guy to think that, oh, he just paid me to write about a review and that's it. No, I think these guys make great music, and some of the best music I've heard in like a long while, actually. So yeah, I will be incorporating that, not in this episode here, but in the following episodes, right? I'm just gonna shed some light there, but you're still gonna hear, movie reviews and TV show reviews and stuff. That's gonna be there, right? But it's just gonna be a little bit more music in it, right? So yeah, preamble aside, now let's begin the premiere episode of BBB Radio proper. Forgive me if I say BS Beats and Billy ever so often, right? I just need to get used to this, right? So yeah,